So I feel well, and I feel that I'm back to normal insofar as spirit and mind is concerned. When I say that, I mean that I feel good. I cannot walk, of course, but that's something that I've accepted, and I always hope for a miracle and pray for a miracle to help that I might walk someday. But you might say that you adopt yourself to the worst, which is not being able to walk, and pray and hope for the best.
Then the subject of the governor's health was put aside, and then Wallace made a revelation which took place at the National Democratic Convention in Miami.
A number of governors came to me about running on the Democratic ticket for vice president after Mr. McGovern had the race concluded. There were governors from every section of the country, and flattered me by telling me that their states would have a chance to go Democratic if I won the ticket. And knowing the platform that they were going to adopt at that time, I made the statement that, well, if I run and I'm on the ticket, I would repudiate that portion of the platform that I oppose.
A lot of planning commissions, like that reform, all second S, the M1 district, up the northwest corner of Pete and Spruce Street.
Nothing wrong with the interstate highway. Yes, sir, it faces the interstate to the south side.
Mr. Copeland, anyone present wishes to speak in opposition to it or in favor of it, please come forward. All right. Mr. Copeland, you might come around here so you might see it here.
Located.
Oh, I certainly don't have any objections of the people voting on this change of form of government, which is Bill 796. That's the bill that the state legislatures have passed. But Norman, I cannot support this bill, and I'll tell you why. It gives the mayor's office too much authority and too much power. For instance, your council member, he don't have enough authority to actually represent his people in his district. And I would also just like to read you a section in this bill, which is 308. The council and its members shall deal with the administrative service solely, S-O-L-E-L-Y, solely through the mayor, and neither the council or any member thereof shall give orders to any subordinators of the mayor, neither publicly or privately. So what I'm really saying is, Norman, that your council member, he don't have enough authority to really represent his people in his district.
I think it's a clear expression of the people of this community when they signed, 12,500 of them signed a petition requesting that our legislators prepare a bill for them, and the bill is now passed, and I'm sure the people are very pleased.
Did it do all that you wanted it to do?
No, it did not have all the things in it that the bill we proposed had in it, but I'm sure that it's the best bill the legislators could draft. I think they've drafted it. It's their bill now, and of course it's the only bill we have. All the members of the legislature voted for it, except one, I think, he was out of town, and there were no dissenting votes in the Senate nor in the House. Governor Wallace has signed it, so it is the law, and it is indeed the only law that we have to move toward a change in the form of government.
I've got 155. That's my time, so I'm going to take my time on signing this. legislation. I've supported ethics legislation a lot. No, I did not make that recommendation. In fact, it never occurred to me. You know, I had thought really that we were talking about people in government, and it never occurred to me. And frankly, I did not know about it until last night. I was watching on television from the mansion, and I saw the WSFA TV's film about it. And I believe that someone just prior to that had talked to me by telephone from the office and said they had included newspaper people in it. I've forgotten who, and news media in it. That's the first I knew about it. I was not a part of it, and I did not suggest it, and I don't know that I would have suggested it.
And what did you say when they told you? Did you say ho, ho, ho?
No, I don't say ho, 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 really. That was the wisdom of the legislature, and whether I'm for it or against it would make no difference, because you cannot send an executive amendment up because the legislature's gone. So if I didn't like one particular provision, I would have to veto the entire bill, and I would never do that. But frankly, I did not have any thought or idea of suggesting that news people be involved or be put into the bill. And had it been left up to me, the chances are that I would not have made that recommendation. But I do not criticize the legislature for doing it, because they had a right to do as they saw fit. I have supported ethics legislation, and I realize and recognize that you cannot legislate honesty. But I think that it's certainly speaks well that Alabama has one of the strongest. Baston, glad to see you, buddy.
Of course, as you know, this is an investigation conducted by the Montgomery County Grand Jury. I wouldn't want to comment on anything they might do or anything they might want after we presented what evidences, what witnesses have already been subpoenaed. I don't know whether they will want to call other witnesses after these witnesses have been before them or not.
But to your knowledge, the investigation by the examiners of public accounts and the Attorney General's office, is this investigation complete now?
Well, I don't think you can ever call an investigation complete. Our office, and I hope the grand jury will continue to investigate as long as possible into this matter.
The weekend closing in Alabama couldn't have come at a less opportune time. With the Alabama-Auburn football game being played in Birmingham, many people driving to and from Mobile had friends here in Montgomery stock up on extra gasoline supplies so that they could refuel here and make their trip back home.
It'll help the service station operator immensely because of the short hours and allowing them to work in competition with the rest of the people.
It's going to have its drawbacks, though, isn't it?
Definitely on the highway.
What about the reduction in fuel that you're going to get supplied to you?
That will hurt the service station operator because of the terrific trade we have in neighborhoods. And if you cut it down 15%, it's going to cut around 3,000 gallons off your maximum.
The weekend closing of gasoline stations and the shortage of gasoline, the locking of gas tanks, is just another facet of the current energy crisis. Experts tell us it will be with us for at least another 3 to 5 years. Perhaps by then we will have set a new pattern of living as far as our automobiles are concerned, and the crisis will have been just another inconvenience we've experienced. George Mitchell, WSFA TV News.
Our leaders, for example, have told us that we have got peace with honor in Southeast Asia. But we've just had 60 consecutive days of American bombardment over there. And I say, is that peace? Washington officials may say peace, peace, but there is no peace. And now even Henry Kissinger, 3 days ago, admitted that there was none. And what honor can there be in bombing Cambodia illegally and unconstitutionally? Worse things are happening. This administration has accepted defeat with dishonor in the war on poverty. They have sent an insensitive and inexperienced young man to dismantle OEO. He's an expert wrecker. He's destroying our national commitment. He's destroying our national commitment to help deprived people to help themselves. Instead of sending him to dismantle OEO, Mr. Nixon should have sent him to dismantle the White House staff.
And the same on this side, everybody. Do what now? Just a slight bit towards me, sir. Just turn your body just a slight bit towards me. Pros. Everybody can't see me back, can they? All right.
For the next couple of weeks, we're going to bring you up to date, refresh you, if you will, on what's been going on in the world in general and the Air Force in particular since you've been out of circulation. We'll tell you about the commands. I know you know about the commands, but what SAC looks like today, what TAC looks like today, what MAC looks like today, Air Defense Command, and so forth. Tell you about the reserve forces and the role they're expected to play in the days ahead. We'll talk about weapon systems or new weapon systems that the Air Force is particularly interested in acquiring. Things like F-15s, B-1s, AWACS, and the rest. We'll talk about military capabilities of potential adversaries such as the Soviet Union that influence our need and desires for these weapon systems.
We've built a monument in our hearts to you. And when the time comes, this city will properly express itself in its appreciation. thank God for folks like you that help the American dream come true for an awful lot of people. It's come true for me.
The 64 ex-POWs to arrive here at Maxwell Air Force Base today are the first of more than 225 expected here in the days ahead. The Air Force will attempt to fill in the gaps left vacant while these Air Force officers were in captivity. George Mitchell, WSFA TV News, Maxwell Air Force Base.
I don't know, but whatever shortage, there will come soon. I believe it will be nothing compared with what is coming later. Gasoline is a problem the world over. Oil is something that we have to conserve, and we best conserve it by finding other energy sources wherever possible. And it is possible.
What about utilizing the sources we do have and decisions that have gone in favor of environmentalists, such as the judge's decision on the Alaska pipeline?
Well, you know, I find it highly amusing how ingenious the environmentalists are in protecting the rights of the animals in the Arctic, including the right of way. I wish they were less ingenious and more conscientious, and I think the pipeline should be built as rapidly as ever possible.